Hi, it's Ian. Welcome to More Clients TV and welcome to the fifth and final lead generation masterclass video. In this video I'm going to cover the big question of what lead generation channels and approaches work best. So I'll see you after the titles. Welcome back. So today's question is from Jim Williams, who asks, what is the best lead generation channel that, if executed properly, delivers the best results? As you'd probably expect, I'm going to say that it all depends. There isn't one channel or approach that works the best in all situations for all people. But there are some that work consistently better than others, especially when we're talking about high-value services. And there are some rules of thumb you can use to figure out what's going to work for you. So let's look at a couple of them. Firstly, an approach that demonstrates your capabilities is better than an approach that just claims you have them. So doing a presentation about a topic where you're an expert will convince the listeners that you know what you're talking about, whereas an advert or a page on your website that tells everyone how smart you are and what an expert you are won't convince them. Now, secondly, an approach that lets you interact with people will help build your relationships. So if you do a seminar with 20 people where you interact, you answer questions, you talk to them in the breaks, that'll give people a sense of what it would be like to work with you, whereas an article in a magazine might build your credibility, but it won't help your relationship. And thirdly, an approach where you give value in advance to people long before they hire you will not only prove your capabilities, it'll show people your stuff really works in practice for them, and you'll get a sense of reciprocation going. So having free videos like this that people can use and implement in their business to quickly get results means that not only do people think you know your stuff, but that it'll work for them and it'll give them more confidence to work with you. And fourthly, and probably one of the most important factors, it needs to connect you with your ideal clients, preferably many of them at once. So presenting or even just attending a conference that your ideal clients go to works. Chatting to your friends on social media or at a Chamber of Commerce networking event probably won't. And the final factor is that you have to be able to do it. You might identify that doing presentations to your client's industry association is the perfect channel for you, but if you'd rather die than do a presentation, if you're going to clam up and fumble the talk, then it's not going to work. Now, there isn't one perfect lead generation strategy that ticks all of those boxes. So I advise having a portfolio of 3 to 5 approaches you use consistently that balance out those factors. So you could use referrals to get that interaction and a bit of credibility. Maybe articles or presentations for credibility and giving value in advance, and your website or maybe direct mail to reach a lot of your ideal clients. The best way to approach it is to make a little table of the lead generation strategies you're thinking of. Start off fairly exhaustive, so list referrals, presentation, networking, articles, LinkedIn, blogging, whatever's feasible for you. And I've put a template below this video that you can use to do that listing and that evaluation. Then for each option, give it a high, medium or low rating in terms of its scale, so how many potential clients it's going to reach, the impact on each potential client it does reach, based on whether you can build up credibility and trust, and finally, how well you're able to do it. So you might score referrals high on impact, but low on scale. Content marketing online might get medium for impact and high on scale. Live presentations might get medium on scale for one person because their clients have regular events they go to they could speak at, but it might be low for someone else because their ideal clients are very diverse and they just don't meet face to face like that. Now, if you make that list and you do your ratings thoroughly, it actually becomes pretty obvious which are the best channels, the best strategies for you. Don't pick too many channels. For a small business or sole practitioner, if you try to master more than about 5 channels, you'll just be stretched too thinly. Now, personally, I'd always have referrals in my list, along with presentations and blogging. But you might be different, and that's one of the joys of marketing. Different things work for different people. You've got to find what works for you and get good at making it work. So that's it for the lead generation Q&A videos. I hope you found them useful. It's been a lot of fun making them for you. Now, I've got 2 more things for you. Firstly, as I said in the very first video and yesterday, I've been working on an in-depth online toolkit focused on lead generation. It's the biggest and I hope the best work I've done so far. You can find out more by clicking the link below this video. And secondly, since I've had more questions in on the videos and by email than I've been able to answer, I'm going to run a webinar next week on Thursday where I run through more quick tips and strategies for lead generation and a couple of bigger items as well. You can sign up for that from one of the links below too. So I'll hopefully see you on the webinar or on another More Clients TV video soon. Cheers.